everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLRA, back at you with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're taking a look at 100 different decks over 100 different days. Today, everybody, is day number 90 of the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're almost to the finale of the show, and we're taking a look at some Speedroids, the fastest little gadgets that you dig out of your pocket. So, we got ourselves a nice little Speedroid deck that it's all about bringing out all the Speedroidy boys, doing some math, lots of math, and making some big synchros, everything from a motorcycle to a big effing dragon to a lady on horse, and just kind of going with the flow, making our opponent follow our flow right into the graveyard. That's where they're going to be going. So, we got ourselves a nice deck here that's all about using all the Speedroids in all their glory. Thanks to Mr. N, who asked us to take a look at the Speedroids today. And so, real quick, we're going to go over the deck list, and then we're going to get right into the duels. So, for our main deck today, we are playing 3 copies of Win the Wind Chandler for easy search of whatever we want, 1 copy of Speedroid Rubber Band Plane, 2 copies of Speedroid Double Yo-Yo, 2 copies of Speedroid Horse on Stilts, 1 copy of Speedroid Fuki Modoshi Piper, 1 copy of the all-important Speedroid Terror Top, 2 copies of Den Den Daiko Duke, 3 copies of Speedroid's Car Turbo, 2 copies of Ultimate Hound of Ultimateness, 3 copies of Takatamborg, the best buddy of the Terror Top. We have 1 copy of Tri-Eyed Dice, 3 copies of Marbled Machine, 2 copies of the Red-Eyed Die, 3 copies of Speedroid Scratch-Off Ticket, 1 copy Foolish Burial, 1 copy Monster Reborn, 3 copies of Speedy Recovery, 3 copies of Speedy Wheel, 1 Call by Grave, and double Speedroid Duplicate. As for the extra deck, we have ourselves a copy of Rubber Band Man, 2 copies of Cork Shooter, 1 copy of Chanbara, 1 copy of Hyde Speedroid Hagoita, 1 Wind Pegasus and Ignister. We have Clearwing Fast Boy Dragon, Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, 1 Borrowed Savage Dragon, 1 copy of High Speedroid Kite Drake, 1 Virtual World QB Shen Shen, 1 Baron de Fleur, 1 copy of Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and, of course, High Speedroid Clearwing Rider. Now, as for the side deck, if you wanted to try out some Wind Witches in this deck to just make, Crystal Wing really easy, that is an option. It does limit some of your plays, because obviously you need to have no monsters in order to use Terror Top most effectively. But it has some uses, especially combine, Yo-Yo into Terror Top just about the same. So, if you want to experiment a little bit, Wind Witches are a nice way to go about it. Of course, there's like the Ash, Blossom, and Perm. But best use of these in this deck is actually with, Cross-Out Designator to stop your opponent from stopping your combo lines. And that's also what Nibiru is in here for, if you want to run, 1 of each of these and 3 of this. I have a lot of different things to add more things, so not as important, but you definitely could run these. So, that's, we also have, Speed Lift. If I have a tuner, I can bring back a non-tuner from my deck. It's pretty nice. And also 1 for 1 just starting out Red-Eyed Dice, but usually not as necessary. So, if that's the deck we'll be going with today, folks, let's go ahead now into EDO Pro, show this deck off, show you how it works, and have ourselves a poggin' time. Alright, here our first opponent, another day and another card game. We like to go first today with Pogs, ladies and gentlemen. I bought these at a yard sale the other day. Pogs, you remember these from the 90s? I barely remember Pogs. They're a thing. Pogs are a thing. Let's see, what do we have here for a hand? Not a great hand, but, it's a hand where I can at least attempt things. So let's go ahead and start with Horse Stilts. Yeah, Pogs. World Pog Federation. I don't remember what that is, but that was a thing at one point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you, the 90s were a weird time. A better time. A much better time. So, we got ourselves an opening here. We got Stilts, we got Turbo, and let me think about it. Let's go ahead for Speedy Wheel. And discard 1 of my cards. Doesn't really matter which one. These both do the same thing. Speedroids have their own Monster Reborn, It's pretty nice. Let's see, effects will be negated, so let's go ahead and get Speedy, and let's get Marbley Man. That way we have ourselves a nice start 'em up. So, we're going to start with all these monsters on our board. We're going to go for our Rubber Band Man. I can make other things, of course. I can make Cork Shooter right now, but we're going to do that in a little bit. First, we're going to make our Rubber Band Shooter using these 2. Rubber Band Shooter, once per turn, I can banish one of my Synchros. And in this case, I more or less always go for Fast Dragon when I need a 7. If I need a 5, I got Chumbada. But for 5s, or for 7s, I say Fast Dragon. So we get to pick 2 monsters whose levels equal that monster's level. We're going to go for the Yo-Yo, and we're going to go for Terror Top. Yeah. Terror Top, this still works. So my opponent picks one of these, goes to my hand. Doesn't really matter what he picks in this situation, but Yo-Yo, definitely better. So Rubber Band Man says, I get an extra normie summon. And Yo-Yo revives a monster. This is what Speedroids do. We just kind of go from one monster to about a half dozen other monsters very quick. And of course, Terror Top, special summon, adds myself a Takatomborg. And we're just going to go into, this is not the standard combo line. I mean, I wrote down some combos as I researched. Funnily enough, you see what I'm doing right now? I've never played Speedroids before. I'm still very new to this deck. I only started learning, yesterday how to play this deck. And let me tell you, it's a fun deck to play. So, what we're going to go ahead and do here, I'm going to make Horse Still. Actually, hold on one second. Okay, I need to do a Synchro before I do this, before I forget. So we're going to make this guy level 2. Thanks to our dice, he can change any monster between levels 1 and 6. Before we do anything else, though, I do want to make a Synchro summon. In this case, we're going to make Wind Pegasus at Ignister. And the reason we want to do this now is because we're going to go for our Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter is like the best Synchro in this deck. When it is Synchro summoned, I can either get a Spell Trap, which is not as important. More importantly, I can revive all my materials since I used all these Speedroids. So I can just bring back the die, bring back the horse. So that'll make Clear Dragon. So what else do I want? Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we want to go up, make the horse still. It's 2 levels bigger. We're going to make him level 6. Very good. So what we're going to go ahead and do in this situation is make myself... Oh, wait, no, I can't make the 1 dragon. I messed that bit up a little bit, but that's... okay, I think? No. Yes? No. No, I messed that up just a little bit. But I can recover from that. So we're going to use Cork Shooter and Ignister here to make Baron de Fleur. Very nice monster. And let me see, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I definitely messed that up just to... Like I said, I'm still learning this deck myself. So, we won't have everything... Oh, wait, no, I can still do this. I'm good. Because I got the recovery. I can just bring back Cork Shooter. You see, in order to make your big bag Synchro Dragon, you need to use a Crystal Wing Dragon. Just need to have one of those boys. So we're going to start off with Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. And we're going to end our turn. So here's our opening board. We have an Omni Negate, a Spell Trap Negate, and also when my opponent uses a monster effect, I can make it so this guy, unaffected by opponent's monsters in general. Like any monster effect he plays, even if it doesn't do anything to my Wing Dragon, I can stop it. Alright, so we're going for Murmello here. Let me think. Yeah? No Traptrix for you. Traptrix are really brutal if you let them go first. Luckily, they didn't get to go first. Unfortunately, now Baron de Fleur, in the standby phase, I can bounce her back, which is pretty nice. Yeah, and that'll bring me back a monster. Who's in my graveyard right now that I could bring back that would be a good thing in this situation? Nobody, really. I could get Takatomborg. Doesn't really do me much good. The dice would probably be the best thing. Okay, so what we're going to do is Baron de Fleur. We're going to go ahead and special summon back. Let's see, if I got Takatomborg, I could tribute him to get out Duke. And then if I get Duke in the graveyard, yeah, I'm going to go for Takatomborg, actually. Just bring this boy back. That way I can reuse my Baron de Fleur and get more things set up. No. You probably have something to negate this. Or, conversely, you have two of them things. Well, luckily for me, when my boy gets destroyed, I can add any wind monster I want. But before we do... Okay, so we're going to use our Crystal Dragon. And because a card left our field, Ignister spins his last card back into the deck. This is why we go for the Ignister, is so that I can have that effect. Go away, sun! Too bright! I have to record a little early. I'm doing a Nuzlocke with Necro later. If you didn't know. It's going to be one of them soul linkies. So, what do I want in this situation? Terror Top is in my grave. So we're going to get our yo-yo. Yo-yo-yo-yo-yo-yo-yo. Yo-yo-yo! It's a yo-yo in the hand, brothers. I'm too white to be a rapper. Oh, yeah. That's a little racist, but at the same time, 100% true. I don't know any famous white rap. Necro will probably know. He's one of them rapper fanboys. But we're just going to build our board back, ladies and gentlemen. You know, he had some nice stuff to stop me, but I don't think he's going to stop me. Go Taka Tomborg. Like, I know this is a yo-yo, this is a top. I always forget what Taka Tomborg is supposed to be, and I cannot special summon you right now. I don't know why I can't why can't I special summon you, Take? Take! Alright. Let me think about this. Send a wind monster. Get a Speedroid back. Alright, so let's go ahead and use Horse Stilts. I can banish him. Send a monster to the graveyard. In this case... Let me think. Let's see. Target Speedroid in the grave. Shove it into the deck. Special summon Speedroid Synchro from extra deck. Same label. Same label. Or I just send... I'll send Duke. Because I can banish Duke to bring back a tuner. And that's the most important thing on this. So what do I have level-wise? 7. Alright. That will work just fine. Yes. Hello. I have returned from the underworld. So let's go ahead and once again make our dude level 2. And that way I can make my other cork shooter. This is why we run 2 cork shooters, by the way. Just in case I happen to need it. So we'll just bring back our materials and make another Synchro monster. And again, this is why Baron de Fleur is good in this deck, because I can just reuse Baron de Fleur. So 3, 7, 8, and my opponent surrenders. Okay, well, this is what the deck is trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. We are Synchro climbers, Synchro spammers. Never stop summoning out dice and yo-yos and terror tops and things like that out of your pockets. Just empty your pockets of all your belongings and show your opponent why you got the street cred. So, there's our first opponent. You know, a favorable thing that we got to go, you know, first against a first deck. So, we got to show off what we wanted to do for the most part. We have some other things we can do. Not a lot else. We got the motorcycle mostly. But let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off more what this deck can do. More of the combos. More of the wombos. And see what happens. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. We're Speedy Gonzales today, by the way. If you don't know who Speedy Gonzales is, you didn't enjoy Poggers as a child, and, you know, you're not a 90s boy. Anyway, what do we have for an opening hand here? Alrighty, well, we have Win, the Wind Chandler. This is a very nice card, because we're playing all these wind monsters. And I also have this Hound. I can just put him in the grave for later. Oh. Well, that kind of blows. Alright, I do have a combo line for a Hound. I gotta remind myself how this works. I mean, it's basically the same thing, more or less. But we're gonna summon out Ultimate Houndo. He's one of them grabby, handy thingies. If you didn't know what this is supposed to be. He's one of them grabby, handy things. No! Well, my opponent is just in a no mood. See, this is where Cross-Out Designator can be a better choice in this deck, because, you know, a lot of people like to say no to everything you know and love in this game nowadays. It wasn't always this way. Back in the 90s, it was normal summon pass. And that's all you needed. Okay, back Jack. This card sends... You know, you could have just linked that off for Link Karibo, right? I'm just saying you didn't have to crash into my ultimate Houndo. Whatever. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, my ultimate Houndo has gone off. All I need to do is make Rubber Man, though, so... We'll go for it and see how it goes. I got Red Eye Die. I could just change my levels, but not important. We're just going to make Rubber Band Man. Some people laugh at Rubber Band Man, because, you know, for some decks, it's just another summon. And my opponent will surrender to this, which is unfortunate, because I was going to do mostly the same, going for Baron and Cork and all that. But, you know, in Speedroids himself, you know, Rubber Band Shooter is just king. You know, he's just really good. He just lets you get things started. So you know, I was going to get Yo-Yo and Terror Top. Preferring Yo-Yo in this case. But, you know, I got Monster Born on top of everything. So, my opponent surrendering, you know, doesn't matter too much. I'm sure he had some kind of weird combo going. But we'll never get to know what it is. So, there's a win again. I will count this one, but we'll do an extra duel today. We'll do an extra one. Just in case, because I want to show up more what the deck do. And I want to summon that motorcycle, because it's a funny card to summon. So let's go for duel number Trey, and see what else our opponents can do. And hopefully they will, you know, let us go and play, and they won't just be all negated. Alrighty, our third opponent. So let's keep going on, and we're going to go first, like we like to do. Let's see here. That is a very interesting hand right there, ladies and gentlemen. I've got quite a few things I can do. Let's go for the scratch-off ticket. Go ahead and ditch Card Turbo. And see where we get Ash Blossomed. Well, unfortunate. But this is where the Foolish Burial actually comes into handy. Where I can just, you know, send whoever I want to the grave and bring them right back. So we'll send Terror Top and revive him with the Monstrous Reborn. Stinky Ash Blossom and you'll stink. Alright. So now we've got our monster. I'm going to try and go for our combo, although, we'll see. I got Summon Rubber Band playing to stop any potential follow-ups there. Although he's already asked me, so it's not that big of a deal. So we got our Terror Top. We're going to go where is our Marbley Boy. Marbley Boy. That's his name, Marbley Boy. And I could reduce the monster's attack, but that's literally irrelevant right here. This is mostly only relevant for if my opponent had a monster. The effect to reduce attack, I should mention. Everything else about him is nice. So we'll get ourselves our Taka Taka Tomborg. And just go in for it. You know, like I said, like, Speedroids, they're one of those archetypes that looks kind of scary when you first look at them. But when you actually start to, like, play with them, they're not that hard. The only hard thing about them is, like, you know, figuring out exactly what you can do, what you can't do. A little bit of math goes a long way in this archetype. That's just the thing about them. As long as you can do a little bit of math, it's not that hard. So let's go ahead into Rubber Band Man. I'm gonna keep the plane just in case I need it. I don't think I'll need it. Sun, I'm warning you. The sun. Let me tell you, the sun is a dick. And the sun is being a dick right now. Let's see here. Let's see, I've already used Terror Top. So let's go for Chambada here. Imperm. Well, that's tricky. I figured there'd be more negates. I was kind of unfortunately right. And unfortunately now I don't have the right levels to do things. Although, let's see, 5. Okay, I got an 8, but not the right 8. The only other, yeah, let's see. I can make Kite Drake, but that doesn't really help me in any meaningful way. I've got Hagoita. 4, 6. Okay, no. I can do something. It's not ideal, but I can do something. Cause I got Hagoita, and Hagoita can tribute himself to increase the levels of all my monsters by 1. So I can at least make Baron de Fleur. It's not ideal, like I said. We got interrupted a few too many times. But it's something. It ain't ideal, but it's something. And I still have my band shooter. As long as the rubber band survives somehow, we'll be okay. Man, all those negates now. There's so many negates nowadays. What is this? Hat trick or hat tricker? It's a bit of a trick with a hat. There you go. I got a similar hat. I got this for a hat. Hold on. Perfection. Yeah. So we're up against the Baguska. Unfortunate the Bagoose, but he can't stop Rubber Band Man. He can stop everything else in the world, but he can't stop Rubber Band Man, and he can't stop my graveyard. Unfortunately, I'm not playing any other Link monsters, so... Tricky wicket there. Bit of a tricky wicket. But we'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get, Yugioh? And what else do I want to try and get? That's a good question. I guess I'll go ahead and try for Duke. At the very least, I could at least try to get Duke in the grave. Or get him in my hand. That's another option. That's another option, ladies and gentlemen. So, unfortunately, that's all she wrote. Let me think. Yeah, that's about all I can do right now. There's nothing else I can, like, summon forth. There's nothing else I could synchro into. Your move, sir. Mr. Baguska. Mr. Baguska! That's his name. Gunkins? Alright, they got new support. I forgot. They got a new level 4 that doubles as the normie monster in the Suships. So he did not actually... Okay, he's just gonna show me he has all those. Okay. I thought he had that already. Usually you want to have Shuri in hand before you do anything. But my opponent did not. Okay, Piercing the Darkness. A nice tech card in Suships. I actually played Suships the other day. And it's a lot of fun when they go off and do what they want to do. Question is, what is he going to do? Because in order to do anything that he wants to do, he needs to put Baguska in attack mode. Okay. Yep, there we go. So he's got to put Baguska in attack mode. I'm trying to think, is he going to make one of the Suship Exceeds, or is he going to make something else? It's hard to say. I would say Dreadnought. No, he's going to make the Ikura class Dreadnought. Okay. And unfortunately, I can't do much about that, although I can just negate the effect of Pierce the Darkness, and my opponent surrenders. A little premature. A little premature, it has to be said, that my opponent just kind of gave up because I stopped one thing. I mean, he was playing Baguska. You know, he has a floodgate. He has no excuse, really. So, unfortunate that my opponent has surrendered just because I stopped Pierce the Dark. Because Baron can negate a card or its effect. Some people forget that part. So, there's duel number 3. Unfortunately, my opponent just kind of didn't do what he wanted to do. And so he just kind of left. But we got time for one more duel today. We're going to show off a little bit more what this deck can do. You know, we played through a little tricky bit there where I didn't get to do everything we wanted. But as you can see, well, it's not an ideal board. We can play through disruptions to an extent. So let's go ahead for duel number 4 and finish off strong. Alrighty, our fourth and final opponent of the day. And I'll say, I've had a really good time with Speedroids today. You know, I don't know why I've never played Speedroids before. It's one of those decks. You know, I've played, in my many years on YouTube, I've played most decks at least once. But Speedroids is just one I never have. But I'm glad that I'm taking a look at them now. I am glad. You know, I'm not going to say this is like my favorite deck in the world, by any means, but they're growing on me. They're growing on me quite a bit. Okay, so this guy's playing Crystal Beast. I do know for a fact that Crystal Beast got new support. I know they got like a giant new fusion monster that just does all the things. So we'll see. And he's going to set up the Crystal Zenith Dragon. And then he can, okay, put 1. Okay, I'm going to presume that it's Carbuncle. No, it's Topaz Tiger. Interesting. Let's see. Banish this. Summon monster from deck. Negate effects. Add Ultimate Crystal from deck to hand. Interesting. Okay. An interesting version of Crystal Beast. I presume he's going to go for a rank 4 of some form. I hope it's not another Baguska. It is another. It's another Baguska. You know, I like Baguska. I do. He's a cool dude. I don't like him when I'm playing Speedroids, though. That's the one thing I don't tolerate. But luckily, I can play through that. Not an ideally way, but I can get through it. So what we're going to go ahead and do here, normal summon the triple dice. I'm going to special summon Card Turbo, which is literally just like it's literally a turbo chip. It's kind of like Car D is just a car. This is just like a chip in the car. Kind of a weird artwork, but is what it is. So we're going to summon out our Rubber Band Man. This way, I can go ahead and just get things set up for next turn. Let's see. I already have Terror Top, so I'd like to get a Yo-Yo. If I can get a Yo-Yo-Yo, I think I'll be good. So we're going to get a Yo-Yo-Yo and our triple die. Come on, baby. Give me a Yo-Yo. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to set up our duplicate so I can bounce things. And I really wish I was a little bit bigger. Oh, if I was just a little bit bigger. Oh, let me think. I can't really do much else. Not at the... Let me think about this. Yeah, because of Terribly Tired Boy, I can't really do anything else. I kind of need Synchro. I don't have any other like exceeds or links or anything of that nature. Don't got that stuff. But I've done duplicate on the board. I can just banish a win to bounce a card. So that'll be, allowing me to get things started. So let's go for duplicate. We'll banish one of our dice. We only really need one of the dice, so, this will work. We'll bounce the Bagusk, and that way I can do the combos. So, what we're going to do here is normal summon our Terror Top. And go for it. And I still have my double normal summon thanks to Band Shooter. So, all's good in the hood. My opponent tried to floodgate me. Luckily, we have some tricky outs to that sort of thing. So we'll go for Taka Taka Tomborg. And... oh yeah, I need... Alright. I need to do other things before I do other things. Unfortunately, because both of my red-eyed dice are gone now, I kind of need to do other things first. But this will still work. So we'll go for our monster, go for our red-eyed die. It's got something. The big question is, what is this exactly? This could be many a thing. It could be quite a bit. But will it stand up to the power of a cork gun? See, it's a weird thing with Speedroids. Like, a lot of them are like little robots. I mean, some of them are, Taka Tomborg, perfect example. He's a little robot. I think Yo-Yo is a robot. There's like a robot here. Ugh, my hat. But yeah, my opponents, not my opponent. Some of our monsters are robots. Some of them are like literally just objects. Like Cork Blaster is just a gun. He's literally just a gun. It's kind of a weird aesthetic with Speedroids. Like some of them are robots and some of them are just objects. It's kind of weird. So my opponent's reading the effect of the Corkish Blaster. More than likely he has some sort of negate to this, like a solemn of some form. I would at least assume so. Although, if he had he probably would have protected Baguska if he had Solemn Judgment. So this is probably Solemn Strike, I presume. Something of that nature. We will find out. Yeah, I kind of wish Taka Tomborg could, kind of wish I could use a monster from Grave for this, but this will still work. My opponent is thinking very hard. I kind of want to look at Crystal Beast again with all the new support. Depends. Oh my god, I completely forgot to mention this at the start of the video. For those of you who are wondering, because I do deck requests for the 100 days, we're down to one. We have one slot left for the 100 days. Haven't mentioned it because usually when I run out of room, I'll post it on the post now that I have posting power on YouTube. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is, we got room for one more deck request. It can be whatever. I give people pretty free reign to just suggest whatever. You know? So long as it's something nice and neat and interesting. I don't want to hear nobody say, play Mystic Mine Turbo. That wouldn't be enjoyable in any way, shape, or form, sadly. Plus, I've already played Mystic Mine this 100 days. Well, it was Other Memphis. Other Memphis did it during Troll Week. You know, Mystic Mine, Ojamas. Classic deck. Classic deck. So let's go ahead and... Let me think about this. I got a recovery. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and use red-eyed dice, use my Yugioh, bring out my Ignister. And then we're going to hope to do things. I mean, again, this guy's got something. What is this? Crystal Conclave. Face-up Crystal Beast destroyed. Send this card to the grave. Target a Crystal Beast you control on a card on the field. Return them to the hand. Oh. Oh. No, my cork! Can I stop that with anything? I don't think I can. Duplicate. Make cork sacrifices. Make his sacrifice not in vain! I need a tuner. Always need another tuner. Cork, you will not go unavenged, my brother. My brother from another mother. I will avenge ye. So now we got Crystal Wing Dragon. And 8, 9, 10, 11. I need a level 3. Here's the thing. I could summon that motorcycle whenever I want. It's a matter of when do I want to do that. You know? So let's go for Speedroid Wheel. You know, we don't even need wind today. Pretty crazy how that's going. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need a 2, and I need a 3. Acha. So, unless I've forgotten the summoning requirements... Oh yeah, I need a Synchro monster for this. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna summon out the Clear Wing Rider. This is a nice dude. When my opponent has a board, I can, you know, toss a die, shuffle wind dudes back into the deck, and then pop stuff. And what was it? Let's see. Opponent's turn. Tribute this Synchro. Summon 2 level 7 Synchros from my extra deck, which is nice. It's a nice thing. So what do we have now? 3, 6, Daiko Duke. And we'll bring back, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Curse you, math, and your ability to do math. Alright. So... I'm probably messing this part up, because I'm just kind of like going for things. I'm just kind of like experimenting here. Just a little bit. And I could make Drake. Drake is big. Drake. Who could nuke my board, but I don't want to nuke myself. Not ideal. All wind monsters gate 800 attack? Sure. So let's go ahead and banish a couple dudes. Everyone gets bigger. And then... I could have summoned another monster. If I don't OTK here, that's my own fault. But if I had used Recovery to get back a dude, normal summoned it, I could have gotten an OTK. But no, that's an OTK regardless. So, an interesting concept. You know, my opponent was playing some Crystal Beasts with some, you know, different tech cards. You know, I'm sure if things had gone a little better for him, he could have OTK'd me, perhaps. But we shall OTK the opponent with a motorcycle to the face. Evil Knievel would be proud. And so, that's going to be today's episode, folks. Let's go ahead into the end screen, talk more about this deck. Alrighty, everybody. Speedroids. Speedy Speedroids. We went 4-0. I'm a little surprised that we did. Like I said, I just learned how to do this deck. I don't know if I'm doing the deck right or not. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the right. I mean, I thought I did a little research. But at the same time, I know a few combo lines, and that's about it. So I'm sure there's other things Speedroids can do. And perhaps I missed a few things. If I did, let me know in the comments some crazy Speedroid combos you've seen or know about that I just plain out missed. But regardless, I hope everybody at home enjoyed today's episode. If you did, smack the like button. Lets me know that you enjoy what I do here. Consider subscribing as well. Still trying to hit 600 by the end of the 100 days, and we only have 10 days left. So, you know, we're running a little low on time, but it's all up to you guys. It's your choice whether you subscribe or not. I'm not going to force you. And so, today was day 90. Tomorrow, day 91, we're taking a look at koalas. We're going to go from super speedy combos to koalas. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We're going to be playing some combos with some koalas. Koala combos? Oh, yeah. So, hope to see you guys there. Your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, signing out. Until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good time.